Throughout history, the shinobi were assassins, scouts, and spies who were hired mostly by territorial lords known as the daimyo. They conducted operations that the samurai were forbidden to partake in. Shinobi are mainly noted for the use of stealth and deception. My name is Gio Perez. I want to thank you for tuning into our show. I have Sensei Richardson here with us again, and we're going to be discussing ninja, Hollywood versus reality, okay? And you know what? Let's talk about that. You know, when we think about ninjas, most people out there, they think about acrobatics. You see these guys, you know, doing flips and, you know, jumping on top of buildings, you know, running on top of buildings and climbing and all this. Right. Tell us the reality versus Hollywood about this.
Well, the reality of ninjutsu is that this was during a time period of the heyday of the ninjas. Yeah. These people were born into it and died in ninjutsu. They were bred into it. So this is something they did from almost from birth. If you ask me today, does a ninja exist? I would say no. Mm-hmm. Ninjutsu practitioners, yes, but a true ninja, about as close as you want to get to something like that would be, you know, in the area of what they specialized in would be the SEALs, the way SEALs train, the way any specialized elite group of military would train. But the actual special abilities such as these acrobatics and the supernatural, those are far-fetched kind of.
But if you were to think about it, I mean, the way they were relating to them, it's like they were like the free runners of that day.
Correct. Yes.
Right. Exactly. Because they were pretty much doing all that. How about fireworks?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Is that true?
Definitely pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics was a big part of the military, the call of day when it came to ninjutsu practitioners. They utilized, of course, for distractions, and for infiltration. You get inside of the castle and send off different pyro and explosives just to distract your opponent to help you out through your mission.
So same thing you're talking about. You're talking about Batman. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Batman's a ninja.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because yes, in the Hollywood scheme of things, Batman is considered to be a modern day ninja.
Right.
And he utilizes a lot of ninja techniques, and if you look at that whole Batman lore itself.
Right. Batman.
But once again, we can't get reality mixed up with fantasy here. So
right.
There's two different things there.
How about Star Wars? Star Wars is, I would say, is based.
Well, they talk about, I think,
because the sword.
I think George Lucas did do his homework when he talks about the Force, because the Force can be considered what we talk about in the martial art is the ki energy of the body, or China calls it the chi. This is the energy that we all have inside of us that allows us to live.
I actually want to touch base on that. You know, we're going to do another show regarding ki energy. That's very important because there's a bunch of different martial arts that believe in that.
Yes, sir.
And that use that for their practice.
Yes, sir.
But we'll get into that. Is there an actual death touch within ninjutsu?
Demok.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Yes, and it's not a Japanese technique actually. It's a Chinese technique.
Oh, okay.
But
that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing with the death touch and the demok is basically it's dealing with the meridians of the body. And certain times of the day, certain points on your body is more weaker than other parts. So
you have to choose what time you're going to have to fight this
guy.
these
practitioners have studied so hard into what the body and how the body works, the energy flow within the body. They knew a certain time of the time that it was time for them to assassinate their opponent, or a certain point in their body was weaker than the other. So let's say, for example, you were to strike a certain nerve on this person, that person would die maybe 2 or 3 days later, and you would never know why they died. And it was just from that death touch. In fact, there's a rumor, and it's just a rumor. Bruce Lee, they're saying that Bruce Lee actually died from a death touch as well, but that's not true.
Yeah, they use that a lot. But they have a bunch of different
things, ideas, yeah. We got the Demok, we got Kujikiri, the 9 hands cutting. Right. All these things are the philosophical mysticism that they utilize in, let me elaborate on Kujikiri, for example. Yeah. People tend to think there's some kind of magical power that's going on with the 9 hands cutting, you know, Ren, Kyo, To, Shan, all that stuff. All those things were utilized. In this day and time, we would call it triggering. So we call it the trigger. So if I'm in a combative situation under stress, you got anger, you got fear, you got all these things going on around me. I need to center myself. So I go into a meditative state utilizing Kujikiri. And if I had a trigger for that particular Kuji, then that will allow me to focus on that particular aspect of what I need to do to accomplish my mission. So it's nothing mystical or magical about these certain things that you would see. It was just something considered a tool, a spiritual tool, so to speak.
Right. You know, the other thing that I remember, the first time I ever saw a ninja, well, according to what I was reading, they said it was in the one that made ninjas famous was in a James Bond movie.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the first time you actually...
Ian Fleming.
And that's the first time you actually see a ninja.
Yes.
Now, is there a difference? Like, for example, in movies, you see white ninjas are good and black ninjas are bad. I mean,
Lord.
What's up with that?
It's the same thing that came with the cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
If you play something long enough and you keep saying that...
That was more Hollywood.
You always said that the Indians were bad guys and the cowboys were the good guys. And then when you had the cowboys, the white cowboy with the white outfit on was the good guy, and the cowboy with the black was the bad guy. That's not, once again,
that's another topic.
Yeah,
that's another topic.
But no, I wouldn't say that at all.
No? Okay. The other thing, people think that if today's, in today's time, let's say if you were to see a ninja, you would see him dressed as a ninja. I don't think.
No.
What would a ninja look like today? You know?
And that's a whole nother misconception right there. Back in the day, during the areas of, such as, this is the peace times in the warring parts of Japan where you may have, different groups of people, classes. The samurai were considered to be the high class. You had peasants, you had, artists, you had merchants. All of these people were a part of society. And if you wanted to blend in, you picked a certain group, whether you want to be an artist, whether you want to be a merchant, whether you want to be a peasant, to blend in. So, for example, in this day and time, in modern times, you would have someone, if someone wanted to blend in, I wouldn't run around in a black gi with a black mask on. I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb. That's not blending in. In fact, these black masks that you saw that the ninjutsu practitioners wore in the movies, they were actually used for no plays where the audience would see a certain item being moved on stage, and that person will be wearing the mask that you see these ninjutsu practitioners wearing.
The black hands in the back.
Yeah, exactly. So that's considered to be invisible. You don't see them because that's considered to be a part of invisibility. You don't see them. So this is what was taken up in modern times as being ninjutsu. But if I wanted to blend in out there, you wouldn't wear something like that. If I wanted to blend in, what's the perfect prime person that you would blend into if you wanted to be in the modern times walking down the street? You'd be a homeless person.
Right.
A homeless person would be perfect because you don't see him. He's invisible.
Right. You don't want to see him.
You don't want to see him. Exactly. Psychologically, we don't want to see the homeless person.
We're starting to see a bunch now.
Yeah. You're trying to see a lot now. But we don't want to see that because it's the kind of like the low end of society.
Right. Got it. Well, anyway, you know what? What's your favorite ninja movie?
My favorite ninja movie would have to be, old school, so it'd have to be Revenge of the Ninja. Shogashugi.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
What year did that one come out?
1984, somewhere in there, I want to say.
So you're a fan of like Beverly Hills Ninja too, or no?
Oh, no, I didn't.
No. So you don't like, comedy, right?
Or the Ninja Turtles. Don't like them either.
Don't like the Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah.
I grew up with the Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Okay. Well, anyway, the other thing is Hollywood versus reality. Can the ninjas really disappear?
I wonder about that.
Well, anyway, everybody, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment below. Let us know what you think about this show, and don't forget to subscribe. And you'll find my information, also Sensei's information down below. Thank you for watching, and hope I get to see Sensei Richardson again. See you later. Bye.